Hello and welcome to the Where in the Park podcast. This is one of our Park Press episodes, which means we're going to be recapping some of the stuff that we've been up to and some of the things that we will be up to. And my name is Kevin, and today I'm joined with Amanda
Hello.
and my mother-in-law, Kim.
Hello.
So yeah, Amanda's my wife. I don't know if I mentioned that before. I'm sure you guys know that if you've been following us. For any first timers here, that's what's happening. Yeah, so we have been here at the Where in the Park podcast now for guess what? A whole year. That's right. We're celebrating our 1 year anniversary. Can you guys believe it? You guys want to do you
Crazy.
guys bring the champagne?
Woo!
I forgot the champagne. I'm sorry.
Oh
But yeah.
no.
So yeah, we've had 52 episodes, roughly one a week. I mean, that's kind of how the math works out there. I know we've missed one, so I don't know if we doubled up. Anyway, it's fine. If you've been following, you know how we've been doing things. But we've had over 2,200 downloads in that time, and we've hit listeners in 64 different countries. So whoever's coming out from wherever, thanks for finding us and giving us a listen. We appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. And
Wow,
that
that's
number is
crazy.
including this episode. So this is our 52nd episode. And we started on May 24th, I think was our very first episode. So we're going on a full year now. But yeah, I think we missed like 2 weeks. So sorry about that.
A, a quick real-time update before the next slide. The word anniversary has two ends, so don't worry about that graphic if you're looking at it. It's on YouTube.
Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, that graphic, that 1 year little button
Yeah.
thing, that's from
Yeah.
Canva, and I didn't pick up on that.
All right.
So I apologize. I typed in 1 year anniversary button, and that's what it gave me. So Canva
Nice.
is wrong, and I forgot to look at that. I'm all
I'm
looking at my
talking.
my type typed up anniversary. I was like, that's spelled with two N's.
I looked at. I'm like, that's not how you spell it. I looked up. I'm like, have I been wrong my whole life? Yeah.
No.
So that's fine. It has one N in it, and that's okay because we're here to talk about some corrections. Um,
Yes.
so I wrote the episodes about why EPCOT exists, the story behind the World Showcase, as well as the episode about the Mexico Pavilion, the first episode in that series, all about the pavilions of EPCOT. And in both of those episodes, I incorrectly stated that Morocco was an opening day pavilion. It's one of those things where I must have read it somewhere and rewrote it. As I was rereading the episode, the blog posts earlier this week, maybe it was like last week, I don't know, sometime recently before the last Park Press episode, I was reading it and in my head, I was all like, that's not true. So I corrected myself as I was reading it. So I looked it up. The Morocco Pavilion didn't open in 1982 with the rest of Epcot. It actually opened in 1984 because apparently there was a lot of work done by the actual royal family of Morocco. So they brought in actual artisans from Morocco and they spent a lot more time on it to get it ready by 1984. So that's why it wasn't an 82 pavilion, even though I think maybe they were working on it back in 82. So a lot of people refer to it as one of the original pavilions that was being put into the park. Because we also have Norway, who had we had a whole episode about that one, and that one came in later, and it wasn't actually known that it was going to be Norway until a few years later. So I think that's the reason why Morocco gets talked about as an opening day, like known pavilion, but it wasn't actually open. But again, we'll be discussing Morocco in full detail when we get to it. That's still a few months away. But I just want to let everybody know, in case you've been repeating my incorrect statement to other people, whoops, 1984, not 1982 for Morocco.
If you are doing like a trivia or something like that, now you know the correction. So sorry if
Yeah, so if
you
I
failed your trivia test.
exactly. So if you're on a Disney cruise and they ask when the Morocco Pavilion opened, and you go, "Well, Kevin told me that it was an opening day pavilion," then you got it wrong. I apologize. Um, yeah. So hopefully you listen to this, not that metal next time. All right. So I don't know. Kim, do you want to tell everyone about this one?
Sure. Sure. We have a new member of the Wern Park team, and that is my bunny, Stewie. We drove down to San Diego to the San Diego House Rabbit Society and adopted him on March 22nd. and he has just been a complete joy to have around. He's got a spunky personality, and I truly love him. He's just the best. Next to Clem. Clem's awesome too.
Yeah, Clem's still the best, hands down. But
Yes.
Stewie's okay. Just kidding.
No, he's
No, Stewie's
more
great.
than
Yeah.
okay. Stewie is
Yes.
fantastic. We love him very much. And yes, for new listeners, Clem is Kevin and myself. He's our bun. So we have two buns, and long time we're in the park. Listeners and followers know that we support San Diego House Rabbit Society all year long, including Bunny Fest, their annual fundraiser in September, which we will be headed back to. It's the third week of September, I think, the 21st. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, it's sometime in September. And yeah, so be sure to check out your local shelter. If you have any pets, buy from them, buy from, their store. The San Diego House Rabbit Society has hay and toys and all kinds of stuff for your pets, and so we love supporting them, and you should too. So there you go.
It's Sunday, September 20th this year.
20th. I think last year was the 21st. I don't remember, but there you go.
All right, and moving on, we have some recent events here. Besides the cute little rabbit part of the family here, we had some events that we attended. We were at the DFC Expo back in April, as well as the Shepherd Loves Local Simi Valley back on Sunday, April 19th, and Nurses Day at the Park Expo on Tuesday, April 28th. I have do we apparently we missed an episode or something, but that's okay because again we were busy. We'll be touching all about that or talking all about that. I don't know how to talk. Again, everyone, we've been busy, but it's all good. It was a lot of fun. DFC Expo. I don't know if you guys want to go into that or you want me to just talk all throughout the episode, or
No,
I feel like I've stumbled enough on this.
You're doing
Help me,
great.
help me.
Yeah, so we have been part of the DFC Expo. It's a twice a year event, one in the spring, one in the fall. And so this was the spring event, and always a lot of fun, always a good time. And it's so much fun to not only see some of our vendor friends that we see uh just at this expo. We talk online and stuff, but to see them in person is always a blast. But also some of you who have attended the event. And it's been a few months. How's it going? How was your recent trip to the parks? All that. It's just been so much fun to catch up and hear about your experience. So this is definitely an event that we look forward to again twice a year, which I think this is our seventh or eighth time attending now. I can't remember. We
Somewhere in
lost
there,
track, but always a good time.
definitely.
And
Then Shepherds
then,
Love Locals over at the Shepherd
yeah,
Church, I think, over in Simi Valley. Where they is it an annual event or it's just we attended annually? I don't even know how this thing. I don't sign up for these.
it is an annual event. This is our third year having a booth there. And Shepherd Church has multiple locations around Southern California, and all of their locations are hosting this local event. So each one of them has vendors and food booths and all kinds of stuff throughout the day. And we are closest to the Simi Valley location, so that's where we've been, and it's been wonderful to support the community and have others come and shop from local markets. So
The Nurses Day at the Park, I did not get to attend. It was on a work day and I did not call out this time. So you guys have to talk all about it. Go for it.
yeah, it's an awesome event. The turnout was great. It was at the Hotel Lulu this year. We had a really good room with a good flow. I think the flow was really great this time because it was constant, and you never know who's going to show up because lo and behold, one of my high school friends showed up out, and his wife's a nurse, and it was just, and he's from Sacramento, so it was just it was awesome to know that he was down in Anaheim and supporting the nurses there and the products that they have. Everybody has so many different things there, from treats to amazing patches to jewelry to the little name badges, the badge holders. It's just an amazing event. And it, like I said, the turnout is great. And then they go the next day to the park, all the nurses. And so it's, if you have the opportunity to go to this, be sure to stay tuned to our pages because we'll post about it and support the nurses because, boy, they've been through hell and back with the pandemic and everything. So, and just their everyday things that they have to go through. Um, we, if you ever have to be in a situation where you require a nurse, you're going to be thankful that you've supported them.
For
Absolutely.
sure.
And shout out to everyone who puts on these events for sure. It's a lot of work. And to all the volunteers who help put it together as well. It's a long day for sure. So we appreciate all of your efforts in making that happen.
Oh no, I think they froze up.
Okay.
You froze up for
Yeah,
a little bit.
yeah, it says my internet connection is unstable all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's all right. So yeah, the point though is that we're definitely glad they're part of the Nurses Day family, essentially. Even though none of us are nurses, full disclosure, we do support the cause. I think we actually met them at like a mouse con, right? With the whole group there running this, and
Thanks.
up in Concord, along with Clocky from from the
Yes, I believe so.
Sent to Disneyland podcast. But yeah, so yeah,
Very cool.
Oh no, they froze up again. So I don't.
I don't know how to make this
There we
better.
go. There we
All
We're
go.
right.
fine. Everything's fine.
Oh, all right. So Amanda and I took a road trip because we actually were guests over at a Comic-Con in Rogue I guess it's in Medford, Oregon, but it's the Rogue Comic-Con. Um and on the way up there we decided, hey, let's do some fun things, right? We love theme parks. So we went and actually saw some California missions, which you might be thinking like that's not a theme park. But if you've been to Knott's Berry Farm and you've made the walk over by their Mission Trail, you'll know that they have many models of missions from all around California. So as we did the drive from our area over in the middle of California, I guess not middle, but middle Southern California, I guess. We're in Ventura County for Amanda and me. I guess all three of us are in Ventura County. But we drove up and started hitting up as many as we could. We bypassed the closest two. We bypassed Ventura and Santa Barbara. We went straight to Santa Ynez over in the Solvang area, and then we just kind of did a whole trip all the way up, hitting them as we went. And some of them were a little further out of the way than we expected. I saw on the map, it was like that's going to be an extra 40 minutes out of the way, but it's like 40 minutes in the middle of nowhere. So yeah, we went just to be able to say we've been there, photos, to hopefully be able to put a blog together for you guys when we do finally get to the episode about those missions at Knott's Berry Farm. We also stopped by to some national parks. Amanda and I also have like our bucket list going on of trying to hit up all the national parks in the country. And Pinnacles and Death Valley were two that we had not yet been to. So we hit Pinnacles on the way up to Oregon, and we went to Death Valley on the way down, heading over to Vegas, where we went to the licensing expo to try to get some more information on how to get our games a little bit more under the umbrella of some of these bigger companies. So right now, as you know, except for the games that we create for the Enchanted Forest up in Salem, Oregon, which we were telling everybody about when we were in Oregon at the Comic Con, where it's like, hey, everybody, Medford to Salem is like a 3.5 hour drive, which might as well be like 100 miles for a lot of people there, felt like. But we were reminding everyone, hey, you have a theme park in your own state. Definitely go check it out. It is an amazing experience. And if you didn't listen to our last episode, please go listen to that. Amanda broke down the whole history of that park. Yeah. I feel like I'm again doing a lot of talking. Amanda, do you want to help me out with the rest of these?
Okay. So, yeah, so we were at the licensing expo in Vegas. And So that picture there that's on the screen is Left Nut and Tough Nut from How to Train Your
Um,
Dragon. So that was at the Universal area. So of course we had to take pictures with them. We also got pictures with Astrid and Stormfly and Hiccup. So that was fun. And it was just an amazing experience. We learned a lot, and we have a lot of takeaways. So we're excited for what's to come for the future of We're in the Park. And then while we were there, not too far from where we were, was the Universal Horror Unleashed. And this has been on our list to go check out. So we got to experience all four of their houses and their eateries. Like they have like a restaurant and a couple of bars. Um, Very, very cool experience. If you've been to Halloween Horror Nights at Universal, then you know that they have houses that you're walking through, themed environments, but you are usually going with a crowd, right? There's people ahead of you, there's people behind you that you don't know, and together you are walking through. With this, though, because it's a smaller scale, they actually time you out. So it's just your party going in, and then they wait a few minutes and they make sure that, the next few rooms are clear, and then they send you off again. So you are literally walking from room to room to room by yourself, unless there was one instance where the people behind us had caught up, but because we are one to explore the details, like we felt like we had the whole house to ourselves. So we were like just taking in all of those details and like, oh my gosh, this is fantastic. And then the group behind us came in and we're like, oh, well, I guess we gotta hurry up now. Um, but I
they were
think
actually scared, I think.
I think so too. But yeah, it was very entertaining, very well done. Especially the monsters, the Universal Monsters house. Having been to one Dark Universe over at Epic Universe, but also the Monsters haunt that they've had at Halloween Horror Nights. We weren't really sure what to expect, if it was going to be an exact replica or uh, something like that. I don't know about you, Kevin, but I actually preferred this one
Oh,
at Horror
100%. Yeah.
Unleashed. It was it was so well done. I thought the storyline made sense. Like you got to have that interaction with the monsters that I feel like you just have to rush past at the bigger events. So um yeah, I thought this was really, really cool, and that the actors did a fantastic job throughout the entire thing. So very immersive experience.
Yeah, it was definitely a different experience. Like Amanda was saying, it was just the two of us kind of going through a lot of these rooms. And we would get into rooms where I literally had no idea where to go to get to the next room,
Yeah.
where they'd have like kind of like two curtained like doorways. And I'm like, which one do I choose? And I would only know which way to go when a monster would hop out of one of them. I mean, that way, correct. Sorry about that. There was one, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre one, which we did over in Hollywood, and I didn't love the way they set it up in Hollywood, where it was just kind of like going through gory, kind of cut up animal scenes. Like, I don't know, it was kind of a weird vibe to that one. Whereas this one, you're going through the house, and every once in a while, like, there's a chainsaw guy chasing you. And I felt like there was a lot more detail put into that. But there was one room where there was an actress who came out where she was like running scared, and she kind of blocked our walkway to the only curtained doorway in the entire room. And I'm like, okay, so where do I go now? Then all of a sudden, like a guy with a chainsaw comes out of that same curtained doorway, chainsaw at us. I'm like, um, okay, I'm gonna try this door then. And there was actually like a physical wooden door that I had to push open to get to the next room, which was very unusual. Like I've
Yeah.
never seen that before in any of the haunts that we've done at Universal or Knott's or anywhere. So that was definitely, I mean, spoiler alert if you
Yeah.
haven't been on this yet and and you wanted to experience that. But it was one of those things where I didn't know that was going to happen. And I wasn't sure. I was like looking at him, I'm like, I don't know where to go next. I guess we just die now. I don't know. We
We
get
live
killed
here
by a
now.
chainsaw, right?
Yeah.
But we pushed the door
It
open and continued through, and it was really cool.
and what was also cool was that because you were by yourself and they timed you out, more things were allowed to happen in each room that you would have missed if you just ran through like a normal Halloween Horror Night house. So like in the Universal Monsters room, there's a scene where the actor kind of like ask like, do you want to see the experiment? Like it
Yeah,
kind of held us back a little bit. You could go through if you were like, no, 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 I want to like move on. But we got to stay back. The show, the two actors did their thing with um Frankenstein and then Frankenstein's monster. And then so it was kind of an experience just for you. And I thought that was really, really cool. You definitely wouldn't have that at the theme parks.
definitely. You could tell he kept checking like before he started to make sure no one else was like creeping up behind us. He's like, "All right, let's do this." And then he did. Like he pushed a button. It was like a recorded audio of like his like lines through it after like he asked us out loud if it was okay to continue before he started. But once he started, like the audio came in and he had all like the wide gestures, and then the monster came to life and started chasing us. It was like, "Run, go!" It's like, but I want to see this. But but it was all good. It was really cool experience. I hope that it stays there for as long as it can. I know I've read things about them having some trouble with Las Vegas and just in general, not just Horror Unleashed, but the whole city. So yeah, so hopefully it picks up and we get to go back there someday because it was a lot of fun. Also on our also it wasn't just the houses too. As you walked around, there's stuff happening the whole time. There were different
Mm.
sideshows. I know they sell a ticket where if you don't want to do the houses, you can go just inside of there to experience the rest of what they have. But that stuff isn't really like it's like toned down much. It's still pretty creepy if you're not ready for it. You have people jumping out at you. You have people I mean, I don't want to say chasing you. I don't know if that's the right term, but they will follow you menacingly, like with their like vampires or just guys with weapons, whatever. So yeah, it
Yeah.
was definitely an interesting experience.
I mean, it's like if you were at Halloween Horror Nights and you're going through a walkthrough zone.
Yeah,
That
it's a scare zone.
Yeah, there you go, a scare zone. And but then also things happen. Like there's timed events where like the by the Texas Chainsaw Massacre area, they close off that house and there's like a little show that happens right outside there. So there's different things happening all throughout. There's a stage show, there's the restaurant where like Megan just comes out randomly and starts dancing.
Oh, that's
Um,
true.
there's all kinds of stuff going on. So if that is your jam, then definitely check it out because it was a lot of fun.
I know and it's not even our jam, but we still had a lot of fun. So
That's
yeah,
that's fair. That's fair.
so yeah, definitely if you're in Vegas and you want to try something new, go check that out. And as long as you aren't totally terrified and petrified of like the thought of character chasing you. Also, while we were in the Vegas area, we went and stopped by Hoover Dam. This has been on the list for years. I went there, gosh, probably almost 20 years ago. And I've been telling Amanda ever since I've met her, I felt like, hey, we should go over to Hoover Dam because we went to Vegas like kind of early in our relationship, but we didn't make it out. We didn't make time to go out there. And last time we went, I think like it was closed or something. So this time we went, and it was really cool. It's a interesting piece of history there. Just a fun fact, if there was no Hoover Dam, there would likely be no Disneyland. So we wouldn't have theme parks if it wasn't for the Hoover Dam. I believe that to be true. I mean, Walt may have still made something happen. I don't really know. But still to this day, electricity that's generated by the dam gets to Anaheim. So yeah, it's just kind of crazy.
It's crazy.
And yeah, I skipped the timeline here, but we did also go to California's Great America while we were over in the I don't know, I want to say Bay Area, but I guess the on the way up to Oregon. So we kind of stopped halfway from our area to Oregon and stopped in Santa Clara, California. So we also went to the Santa Clara mission because they have a mission there by that name. And then we went over to Great America just to go check it out because, again, it's going to be closing sometime within the next year, maybe 2 years. Um, that's what they're saying. Again, I don't run anything. I'm just reporting what I've been told. But we want to go check it out because I spent a lot of time in my childhood there. That was my first park I ever had an annual pass for, a season pass for. So it means a lot to me. I love that park and it's really cute. But yeah, so that's why we stopped by. They're celebrating their 50th anniversary right now.
It's true. All right. And then we made it to Rogue Comic Con. So this video here is just after we had set everything up, and we also had a table for our friend Louis Medina over at Sunken City Design. So we had his art displayed, and Kevin's, cheering us on.
That's what I do.
But the best part about events like Rogue Comic Con are the people that you get to meet, and so part of the celebrity lineup were Scott Butler, who was in Agatha All Along, episode 3, I believe. He was
He was the doctor that like menaces what's her name? The lady from Saturday Night Live. I always forget how to pronounce her name.
Um yeah, he's so nice, but he can flip on a dime and get into character, and it is so scary.
Oh no.
So Shears Zameda.
There you go.
That's how you pronounce it.
But yeah, we were talking to him for hours over the course of the weekend, and it was so cool just to hear his stories and everything. So very, very cool. And then Esteban Cueto, he is a stuntman. He's been in all kinds of things, Falcon and Winter Soldier, all kinds of stuff. Let me see.
I didn't pull up the IMDb, but no, it was a lot more than I expected. Again, a stuntman doesn't really get a lot of face time, but he does have some characters like because he was a Kree on the TV show for Agents of Shield.
Agents of Shield, yeah.
And
Miss
so he has
Marvel,
some
too.
face time with his blue skin. He was telling us about that, how he has like a pair of shoes still that has blue paint on it still to this day. So yeah. So yeah, no, it was definitely an experience for these people. I'm trying to pull up here. Gosh, there's so many things I don't even know what to like read off. But I don't know why I'm on like the Spanish version of IMDb, but I don't know because he's
He's in Miss
Cueto.
Marvel as well.
Yes.
Yeah. Very, very cool guy. Loves Disney too. So in this picture, he has like a fur vest on, but underneath that is a hooded jacket that is a Disneyland jacket that he's cut up.
Oh.
And so here's this big muscular stuntman, and all of a sudden you say Disney, and he is like a kid in a candy store. He's like, "What do we want to talk about? Let's go." And he is such a Disney adult. It's hilarious. So he was cracking us up. He is so fun. Very, very nice guy. And then Isaac Singleton, also very nice, super, super tall, as you can see from this picture. But he was in Guardians of the Galaxy, Spider-Man,
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Pirates of the Caribbean. I think he was also in Agents of Shield. So
I know he's the animated voice of Thor in at least one of the Marvel movies.
Oh, wow.
Thor,
the cartoons.
Thanos.
I said
he's
Thor.
Thanos.
I pictured Thanos the whole time. You were so correct.
I was like, I thought it was Thanos.
He'd be good at
video
either
games.
one.
Yeah, in video games. And then he's in Deadpool also. So all three super, super sweet. So it was wonderful to get to meet them and chat with them. So and yeah, well, hopefully we'll be back at Rogue Comic Con next May. Dates are still to be determined, but always a great time over at Pear Blossom Park in Medford, Oregon. So if you are in the area, it's a free event, and be sure to check out Rogue Comic Con on all the socials for all the latest.
Mhm.
All right.
All right, so those of
Oh,
you listening of in-person experiences, there's an app named Morty. If you haven't heard of it, download it and use our code Where in the Park 1. It just gives us a little bit of a like letting them know that we're sending people their way. But the cool thing is that all of our game packs that we created are on Morty, which means that you can track them as you complete them. So you can have your little checklist of all your escape rooms as well as your Where in the Park experiences. And yeah, Morty, Morty. That's how you spell that. Do you have more
yeah.
you want to say? I know you can go for like hours. Morty, I
Oh,
feel like Amanda is like addicted to this app much more than I am. I'm like more passive
you
when I do my
guys.
experiences, but
You
you can leave
guys.
riviews there
So,
too. It's kind of like Yelp essentially. I'm taking
exactly.
all your things you want to say. You can go for it.
That's what I was gonna say. No,
I know. I'm sorry.
that's exactly how I describe it. If you are a fan of escape rooms or even haunts, we were just talking about like
Oh
Halloween
yeah.
Horror Nights. This is like Yelp, but for those experiences. So you can search anywhere in the world where you're at, where you're going. You can do a search for escape rooms or in real life experiences in that area. You can create a free profile. There's some paid premium options as well. But you can toggle which ones that you want to try and create a little wish list. You can add your friends to it, which is really great. So if you have your escape room crew, like we do, we have a few different ones depending on if there's one that's more scary and one that's not. So we all have wish lists, and so when we're like, hey, let's do an escape room, you can just go over to their page, find their wish list, and go, oh yeah, I had that on my wish list too. Let's book that one. And it's super super simple, and they're always adding things all the time. And so, like I said, in real life experiences like Where in the Park games are also on there, and haunts are on there as well. So if you are going to something that's more of a themed, it could be a winter theme, it could be a Halloween themed one. They have where you can search by just those limited time offerings as well. So very, very cool app. I'm on there all the time, and tracking all of our escape rooms and stuff that we've done. So I love
I,
Morty, and you should too. So
I
very cool.
believe the games by our friends over at Rabbit Hole Questcraft are also on there. So if you like theme park
Yes.
games, and if you're here, I'm hoping that you do, check them out. Rabbit Hole Questcraft. They make some really
Yes.
fun. It's much more puzzling than our stuff. It's like you have to actually like go through several sheets of paper and solve puzzles while you're in the park. But it's a really great time.
Yeah. And to make it even easier, if you just go to Disneyland on the Morty app, you'll find both of us. We're in the park games and all the Rabbit Hole Quest games. So that is the easiest way. Just be like, psh, wish list, buy now, the whole thing. You can do it right there. So,
Yeah, we both had games for Knott's Berry Farm too, I believe.
hmm
All right.
and we've played them.
Yeah, I know we did. I wasn't sure if that one came out yet or not. So we did like went over at Disneyland that hasn't come out yet. So we're a little bit on the inside with them at Rabbit Hole. They're really great.
Yes. Shout out to them. All right.
All right, so we have some upcoming park days, which we announce here just in case you are going to be at the park too, and you find us. Come and say hi, or you can just send us a message. Be like, "Hey, I heard that you're going to be there. Where are you guys?" And we'll meet up with you. We're recording this on June 5th. I don't know if this is going to release today or tomorrow morning. I don't know what our plan is. Amanda's just nodding. So one or the other. Either way, June 6th, we'll be at the Disneyland Resort. So we're going to be meeting up with one of our friends over there. So we might be like filming something, I think. So still come up and interrupt. It's fine. We can reshoot. It's not going to be a big deal. So Disneyland Resort. I don't know if we're going to be at Disneyland more than California Adventure. We haven't really planned all that out yet. Like I said, send us a message if you're going to be in the area. We'll stop by and say hello. On Sunday, June 7th, I'm going to be stopping by Six Flags Magic Mountain because they're supposed to be opening the new Looney Tunes area where they've been working on it for a while, where they had a Looney Tunes area and they've been making it better. And I've seen some things online about how like what they've done to it, so I want to go see in person. We have a game for that park that has some things over there that I have a feeling I'm gonna have to replace. So I'm excited to go see what they've done, and I'm ready to take some photos to be able to update our cards. And then we have on the list here June 13th, we're going to be going to the Disneyland Resort again after Toontown Market. And you're probably wondering, like, what's Toontown Market? Well, let me tell you. On our upcoming list of events on June 13th, that's next weekend, if you're listening to this when we first drop it, there's a thing called Toontown Market happening over in Fullerton. And it's just a bunch of vendors selling. I don't really know. Is it like all Disney related, or is it just like kind of the vibes of theme parks and Toontown going on?
Yeah, so each event they have kind of a different theme, but it is Disney inspired vendors. Could be jewelry or art or something like that. Or just local vendors in general. And but it's the Toontown Market is the name of the event. And this one on the 13th is Toy Story themed. So the decor is going to be inspired by Toy Story, and the vendors might have some inspired Toy Story things as well.
And that's on 125 East Wilshire Avenue in Fullerton. I don't have the addresses for the other locations we're going to be at, so hopefully you do to fill that in. Otherwise, you
Yeah,
guys can look it up. You guys know how the
I
internet
got it.
works.
I got you.
All right. June 19th through the 21st. It's a 3-day event. We're going to be at Nostalgia Con. And that's actually at the Anaheim Convention Center. Is that correct? Or am I misleading people once again? All right, perfect. They're all nodding. So therefore I got that correct this time. And it's like I've never been to this event. We've heard good things. Same with Toontown Market. We have some friends who've attended. We've had friends who've been vendors at them. They've said nothing but great things. So that's why we're attending these things. NostalgiaCon has a lot of fun like celebrities attending. I keep getting the notifications on my social media, and I don't have any of them memorized off the top of my head. Do you have a list, or am I just gonna have to like look it up?
No, I'm on it. Basically,
Perfect.
anybody who is like from like I think 90s cartoons, voice actors, the list is currently loading. That's why I'm stalling.
All right.
Um
We even have a
but
Power Ranger here, the
yes.
Red Ranger specifically, Austin St. John. You have some guy named Bill Farmer. I
Who?
say that because like we know him
Mm.
very well over
Of
here. He's the
course.
voice of Goofy, if you don't know. The actual, I believe he's a Disney legend. Correct me if I'm wrong again.
It
Right.
he needs to be if he's not.
All right, perfect. So yeah, so Bill Farmer's been the voice of Goofy for years now. And yeah, he's fun. Like I know we did an event where he was just walking around talking to the voice of Max, who's I don't know if he's gonna be able to spend as well or not. But at that event, they were just talking in character, and I didn't know this was happening as I was like looking down, and I'm like, what recording is happening? And I see them walking by. They're just perfect. Like I'm like, you guys know your characters so well. It's amazing. So again, I don't know what's gonna be happening at NostalgiaCon, but it's gonna have a lot of people. Do you want to go through this list? Is it loaded yet for you?
Yeah, but there's like way too many people. We would be
Oh
here
yeah.
all day long. So just go to thenostalgiacon.com. They have events all across the US. So be sure to click on like the little hamburger up at the top, right? And click on Anaheim June. And then go to guest and you'll see everybody who's there. It's a very, very, very long list. They're also in New Jersey in July, Orlando in August, Minneapolis in September, and Houston in October. So they are everywhere. I believe this is the second time that they're in Anaheim, so this is like a really big deal. If this is your jam, definitely check out NostalgiaCon. It's thenostalgiacon.com. And it's a 3-day event at the Anaheim Convention Center. So I believe tickets are still available, but they're going fast. So get on it.
Yeah. And there are multiple Power Rangers. So yeah, it's pretty exciting. All right. So next up on June 28th, Amanda and I will actually not be a vendor at this event. We'll just be attending it. But it's the Fan Expo, which I think is also in Anaheim, or this is
It's also
Los
at the
Angeles.
convention center.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're just gonna be there. You'll probably be able to find our hats or something. Come say hi to us. And that's another one full of celebrities and fun. And yeah, we're excited to go see what that's like. We might partake in the next one as a as a vendor, depending on how it all goes. Yeah.
Yeah, this one's going to be really really big. It's also a 3-day event, but we're just going on Sunday because we have some other things going on that weekend, but this one is big. If you are a Lord of the Rings fan, you definitely need to be at Expo because all four hobbits are there. You have
There's more than four
Elijah and
hobbits.
Sean and Billy and Dominic. They are all
Well, the four
there.
main.
Yeah, the four main ones. You also have Star Wars people. You have Giancarlo Esposito. You have Ahmed Best. You have Mark Hamill. You know,
Uh,
this little known
I'm
actor
sorry,
named Mark Hamill.
who's that last guy?
Mark
What's
Hamill.
he known for?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
The
I
voice
mean,
of
you
the voice
have
of the Joker, you mean?
the voice of the Joker. It just again pages and pages and pages. Oh, I forgot Gimli's there too. From
Oh,
uh,
you're talking about the
Lord of the
guy
Rings.
from the Indiana Jones ride?
That's right. So again, um, pages and pages and pages of guests.
John Rhys Davies.
You have people from Mandalorian. You have um, just all kinds of people from TV, movies. The list goes on. So again, we'll be here all night if we go down the list. But those were the main headliners. Just right off the first page there. I know they're having a home improvement kind of a callback as well. Some of the main actors and actresses from Home Improvement are going to be there. So some pretty big names. So again, if that is your jam, check out the Fan Expo. And yeah, it's that we'll be there on June 28th.
Awesome. And then on July 18th, giving us a few weeks of a break here, we have the Magic on Main Street. It's happening over. This one's actually in Los Angeles, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so this one popped up on Instagram, and a friend of ours was like, "Hey, you should totally do this." So this is actually at the Heritage Square Museum in Los Angeles. It's from 3 to 8, and I've never been there. I don't know if you guys have been there,
Nope.
but they are not only hosting this little pop-up market, but there's a tour going on inside the building as well. So they have the what are they called? I'm pulling up their Instagram page because they have like a Dapper Dan kind of
Like a
quartet
tribute band.
tribute band. There you go. And again, they've hosted a number of events prior to this. The last one was kind of an Alice in Wonderland theme. And so I'm really, really excited for this event. It looks super cute. There's going to be a hidden Mickey challenge, which you know is right up our alley. There's going to be photo ops, and it says immersive photo ops as well, live performances, all kinds of things. So you can follow Main Street Magic Events on Instagram or the Heritage Square Museum Los Angeles on Instagram. And it has all the information and ticket information. There you
All right. Then we're rounding this out with a bookend where on July 25th, we're going to be back at the Two Town Market over in Fullerton.
go. And that one is Spider-Man themed.
What? I will not be in costume, everyone. Calm down.
That he knows of.
I have
Still plenty of
I
time.
have time to figure it out. You're right. All
It's
right.
like, we've got plenty of time.
I'll have to wait and see.
All right.
All right. So then we have some upcoming episodes that we're currently working on. As you know, sometimes we run a little late because we've been deep diving into these topics. When we started this podcast over a year ago now, we thought, yeah, we'll just find one little detail and give a brief history about it and create like a 5-10 minute podcast. Instead, we do these hour plus long breakdowns of lands and the history behind things. And and it's been fun. So I mean, if you like it, let us know. If you're like, hey, this other idea sounds even better, let us know. We'll switch everything. All right, so we have Windows Part 5 is how it's labeled here. It's the Windows with a View series that we've been doing over at the Disneyland Resort, going through Main Street, USA, where we've been discussing the details of the buildings as well as the people who are honored on the windows of Main Street. So yeah, we're going to be continuing on. Last time I think we ended with it was it was like a massage parlor, I think is where we
Yeah.
ended last time.
Yes. With Christopher Miller's window
That's right.
back behind the Carnation Cafe, just above the restrooms back there. And this set of buildings that is currently on the screen, the scrim just came down, you guys. So we've been holding off on Windows Part 5 because we're like, we don't know when construction is going to be over, and we don't know if any new windows are going to be put in. So we need to hold off on this. And as of our last visit, the scrim is down and she is pretty. Very, very, very well done with the fresh coat of paint. It is bright and vibrant, but still looks like it's been there the whole time. And it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous.
And then after that, actually, we haven't really decided the timing of these yet, but one of the other episodes that we're working on is the Germany Pavilion. Because, like I said, we have a whole series about the pavilions of Epcot. And if you take the walk in the park, after the China Pavilion, technically there is an area named the Outpost, but we're going to hold off on that one for a future episode. So we're going to skip that and go straight over to Germany, where we're going to discuss the history behind everything that you can find over there. And after that, we're going to be discussing some of the details in Pandora, the world of Avatar over at Disney's Animal Kingdom. I don't know if any of this is going to show up at California Adventure, if that ever gets put in. There's a lot of stuff up in the air right now. So we're going to focus on Pandora at Animal Kingdom and what you can find there and what it's based on. It's a funny thing where the Avatar movies, there's only been three of them so far. I say only because, like, that's the number, but like they're so long it feels like there's more movies. But there is a lot of lore and backstory that's been built into it, and there's been books released, and we've been going through those trying to like figure out if there's more to the story than meets the eye. So that way, when you guys go to the park, you're not just walking around some floating mountains, you'll also know all the details about everything else that's there. So yeah, because again, that's what we're all about. We're all about the details here at We're in the Park to enhance your experience at theme parks because we love them and you should too.
That's right. And then
I'll take this one.
sure. Last but not least, just a quick reminder that we are still planning the e-ticket expo, and that is an event that we are looking to host with our good friend Jerry Cornell from Theme Parkology. So, uh, we are still in the very early stages of planning. Don't have a set date on it yet, but this is a great opportunity to share your thoughts and help shape how this event is going to go. So, if you are interested in helping us out and sharing your experiences at other expos or cons, or even just at like a smaller, like a market type of thing, any little bit of information helps, whether you have been as an attendee or as a vendor or a volunteer, or if you've been a guest, maybe a speaker on stage, any capacity, that totally helps us out. Or if you're interested in helping us out in maybe as a volunteer or something at the event, definitely let us know and we can chat more all about it. So, yeah, just wanted to continue to let you guys know about it. And as we have more information, we'll definitely keep you up to date. The best way to stay up to date is to subscribe to our newsletter, our Park Press newsletter. You can do that by going to whereinthepark.com. And then there is a button right there at the bottom that says join or subscribe or something to our newsletter. And yeah, it pops up. It's also at the bottom of our homepage. I think the whereinthepark.com/newsletter will get you there too. Or if you are on our social pages, you can just click the link in our bio, and that's an option there as well. So lots of ways for you to get plugged in and stay up to date with We're in the Park.
you go.
So yeah, you want to close this out?
Oh,
Anything
I
else
don't
to
have any
add?
of that. I don't have any of that memorized. So, so yeah, no, I mean, I obviously, everyone, thank you for joining us here at the We're in the Park podcast. Again, it's been a whole year, and I
Whoop,
hope
whoop.
you've been having a great time. Yeah, definitely reach out to us and help us out with our e-ticket expo. And just if you have any other hot tips or suggestions or advice, we're happy. We'll be happy to hear from you.
All right. Until then, we hope you enjoy the view. No, I'm kidding. That's the
Wrong
Walt
show.
Department. That's the
Oh
Walt
yeah,
Department podcast.
we didn't mention that we were up at Row Comic Con because of Walt's Apartment Productions
That's
because
true.
we're part of that family over there with them. So if you love Disney and news and just theme parks in general as well, go check out the Where in the Park. Where in the Park. I'm just selling this one brand, the Walt's Apartment Productions. They're available anywhere that you podcast. They also have a YouTube channel where they have a live show every Wednesday. Almost every Wednesday. I think we missed one this week because everyone was busy at the Universal Studios Pass Member Takeover, which was a great time. Which we didn't list on our thing of things we did, but we can't tell you about everything apparently. But it was a lot of fun. And yeah, keep on theme parking.
That's
All right,
right.
until next time, we'll see you somewhere in the park.
Bye for now.